Did you hear about Cam Newton and his comments? You know, he was trending this week about comments of women catering to men. He actually said, "You don't know how to be quiet. You don't know how to let a man lead." And he was talking about his thing was chicks that be like, "I'm a boss bitch" and stuff like that. A lot of those chicks don't know how to be quiet. They don't know how to take a man's lead. And can't say I disagree with this guy.
Of course you can't.
Can't say I disagree.
I think that there's leading, right? Like I understand.
Oh, he also said they don't know how to cook and clean.
My thing is I hate when men are like, you don't know how to be quiet, or they want to put down a woman for being an independent woman. Like, you can still come into the relationship and still want to take care of your own things. But when you get with your partner, I mean, the dynamic changes, right? When you're by yourself, you have one way of doing things. You get with your partner, evidently, like, you know, obviously shit's going to balance out, or you're going to find another way to do things. Like, I just hate when the allure of a quote unquote strong independent woman is looked at as being negative, because
I don't think it's a negative thing, and I don't think most men will look at it as being negative. But I do think that when a woman learns how to do for herself.
Oh, okay. You just said when a woman learns, and I was about to.
God damn.
I needed you to slow down, because I know how you get sometimes. Because when a woman learns how to shut her motherfucking mouth and listen to what I've got to say, go ahead.
I think when a woman learns how to do for herself, she becomes independent to the point that when she gets in a relationship, she doesn't know how to relinquish some of that independence.
It's hard.
Right.
I've been there.
Even with you, I'm about to say, even with you. I remember my mother told me one time that the hardest thing for her to learn how to do for her marriage was to learn how to let my father lead. And once she did, the marriage got better.
Being somebody that literally has just been taking care of themselves like forever. Like, I mean, as like just, I don't want to say taking care of myself like my parents weren't there, but like I had a daughter and I was raising her without her father present. And I was, you know, working jobs where I was the only person paying for everything. And I was even in a relationship where I didn't feel like he was my partner, because we took care of a lot of shit separately. I was in a relationship for years where we should have gotten to that place, but I was still so used to just doing my own thing that I didn't know what it was like to have someone take some of that load off of you.
Right.
But I was also in a position, like a lot of people will probably look at it and be like, well, why didn't you, like, you should know that a man or your partner should come in and, like, you know, you should be a team. And I never really knew that side of a relationship. I never knew what it was like to have someone try to take care of me or to help me with anything. So getting in a relationship with you, it was like, oh, this is weird. Oh, you want to take care of some bills? Oh, you want to kind of know how the finances going? Like, you want to help me raise my child? Like, I didn't know how to come out of that. And I was so used to being the one that had to speak for me and for my kid that I'm so, I mean, you could tell now, I'm just, you know me. I mean, I'm very outspoken. I was used to being the one that had to speak up.
Right.
So,
and there's nothing wrong with that. Let me put that out there. There's nothing wrong with a woman being outspoken. There's nothing wrong with her having her own opinion. There's nothing wrong with her, you know, is honestly, there's nothing wrong with a woman not knowing how to cook and clean. But I think that
but I do know how to.
no, you do.
I do.
But I think that you know how to cook.
I know how to cook. I don't clean shit. Oh my God. That's what you have kids for. But go ahead.
But I think when you're looking to be in a relationship, there are a lot of men out there who would like those kind of things, would like to lead their relationship, would like for their woman to be able to cook something.
But I think that goes into what I've said before and in comments on videos. Everybody's relationship is different.
Right.
And not saying this is like, we are at a point where you do lead things in our relationship. I mean, because I don't want it to seem, because I'm so overbearing and I'm so outspoken, that I don't take a back seat to certain things. But we've also created a balance in our relationship where now I'm comfortable with you leading on some things. Now I'm still going to, you know, say my shit on a lot of things, but I'm comfortable being independent by myself, and I'm comfortable being in a partnership with you, if that makes any sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
But every relationship isn't the same. Like,
Right.
I don't like when people are like, a good woman is this. A woman should this. I think it's what you want your woman and what you consider the woman for your life, or the man or whatever for your life is specific to you. Don't make it seem like because there's another person or relationship that is completely different from yours that is wrong. If
Now,
it works
but-
for that relationship, that's their
Right.
thing to work. Yeah.
Whatever works for your relationship works. But if you're single, I think sometimes when a man says he wants these things and is looked at as, oh, you don't want a real woman, it's like, nah, but a lot of men want these different qualities. So if you're single and you're wanting to be with a man,
No,
these are the qualities.
I completely disagree with you.
What you mean?
If you're single, then the things that you stand for are the things that your partner are going to want in you. You're not going to
Not
change.
necessarily.
Yeah. The partner that is for you is going to accept the things that you stand for.
Yeah, but you still have
I don't
to. You
think
still
you need to
for instance,
change yourself as a person to attract someone with all these false qualities that you don't necessarily agree with.
For instance, I have a homeboy who doesn't care if his woman can cook or clean, because he has enough money where they can order out every night, and he
Who is
can
that?
get a
Oh, never mind. All right. I
and
just wanted to know.
He can get somebody, a maid or something like that.
Yeah.
So he doesn't care. But for the majority of my guys, they want a woman that can cook and clean.
And there are women that are out there for them. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, it's not so much. I think he's talking to the women that are always yelling, I'm single, I want a good man, or I want a man, I want a man, I want a man.
And maybe
not so much a woman that isn't really looking.
But even those women, they're all different women. They're all different people by themselves. That doesn't mean that they all should just come together and conform and just be this one type of woman so a man will come out there and
Not
get them.
conforming, but at the same time, you have to at least keep in mind that, there is a good amount of guys out here that's going to want this. And if I'm looking to be chosen, then
But then you
What?
said chosen.
yeah.
But that's not
Listen,
fair.
and this
And
not,
it's
this
not
not to
even-
get biblical,
No,
but
it's not even
a
a-
man who findeth a wife findeth a good thing.
They
I
don't
tell
find
all-
it with an F, baby. It is not. That's not how the Bible
But
was
no,
written.
I say all the time, a woman shouldn't be chasing no man. A man should be chasing a woman.
But I think even regardless, even in same-sex relationships, I think that the person that you're supposed to be with
right.
is the person that you're going to be with. I don't think that you should have to change if you just want to learn how to cook because you feel like you want to do that for your partner, not because you're doing it to get a partner. Like if it's something that, I have a friend, one of my friends that just got married. She didn't know how to cook. She didn't cook. She didn't do none of that shit beforehand, but she kept saying, I want to learn how to cook. Like, I want to be able to cook when my husband comes into my life. Like, I want to be able to do this for him. But there are some people that's just not their shit. Like, maybe they
No, I
don't.
get it.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
But
But
that's what I'm saying. Like, if at the end of the day, it's your life. Like, if your life is just, you don't want to learn how to cook, maybe you are someone that wants to order out or do something.
listen,
I think your person is your person.
A lot of people go to school, right?
What kind of school?
Go to college. A lot of people go to college.
I didn't go to college.
I said a lot.
Okay.
Not everyone.
Okay.
A lot of people go to college.
Yeah.
Most people go to college because they're trying to get something.
Or because
they're trying
they were
to
told
receive,
they were supposed to
They're
go to
trying to
college.
receive something out of college so they can go get something like a job.
Yes.
There are very few people who go to college just because I wanted to learn some shit.
Yeah. But
Very
some people do.
When you're talking to these women, learn how to cook because you're trying to get something.
Oh, man.
You're trying to get something.
No, man. Now, and for real, that don't even age well because now going to college ain't shit. You can get a job out here doing anything.
I was just using college as an example.
That's a terrible example. Now
I'm
in
using college as
2022.
an example.
Nah, fuck no. I'm just out here living my life. And
right,
that's, yeah.
you're right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just hate when people put, I'm not a big fan of generalization because I recognize that everyone is so different, and we've hung we've kind of hung on to the fact that we have to be one type of person to get something. Like we have to be this type of person to get a husband or a wife or whatever. So much has changed now. Like being non-monogamous isn't even that big of a deal now. Like there are so many things that have changed about the dynamics of relationships and partners that it's unfair for you to be this one type of person and you'll get a husband or a wife.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can't be out there saying that you want this traditional situation and you're not ready to be a traditional
That's different.
person.
If you say you want traditional, that's different.
But and I think that's where like the Cam Newton comment, I think that's where it gets tricky, because it's just like 9 times out of 10, he's probably talking about women that want a traditional situation.
Yeah, if you want something, that's completely different as far as like if you're looking for a traditional situation. If you're just a person that's out here and is single and wants to be with a partner, I just don't feel like you should be like, I got to be this one type of person and then maybe I'll attract somebody, because some people don't want that. Some people don't care about that.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Oh my God, look at us not completely arguing about a subject.
What? It's cool.
You know, when it comes to male and female dynamics, you be
I
like, rah, rah, rah.
I ain't going front. It's only because I ain't got a lot of time.
I know.
That
I love you. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just
it's okay.
Get through these topics, man.
Don't rush through this shit. We not rushing through here. He just not because your nuts healed. So now you trying to fuck tonight, so you don't want to upset me. It's okay.